The widest front grille for a Rolls-Royce ever. The spirit of ecstasy, she has been enhanced, that it's a little bit more aerodynamic actually. So I just hit the brake actually, and when I hit the brake, we know it from Tesla for example, then the door is closing. When I'm sitting right here or Leah's here on the passenger seat, there's not much space left for the rear seats. Nevertheless, we will test it very soon. And then here I can pull this lever, slide this seat forward, and it goes automatically a little bit in the front. Yeah, and for the rear, oh, there's the price list, 484,000 euros, excluding tax, so 535,000 euros or dollars, including VAT. Yeah, that's of course really, really expensive. What else could we get for that? I'm not sure, but not many other cars. And now I'll take off my shoes to get in the rear. So, there we go. Sitting here on these very plush floor mats, that's beautiful. And it doesn't look that spacious at first, but here it's actually quite comfortable. So when I lean backward, I even fit here headroom-wise in, so that does work. I have my own middle console with a climate unit and so on. I can set the vent strength or the fan speed. Here USB-C charging underneath, illuminated cubby hole with cover inside, and some cup holders also here for the rear passengers. And I can very well see the star seating here now. That's actually quite cool. But do I still have some space when I pull the seat here? Oh, backward. That went quick. So there we go. It slides back to Leah's position actually, and hopefully stops in front of my knees. By the way, here you also have your own rear window right here. You can control from here. That's actually quite nice. Hello. Let's go. Plop. That's 0 to 1 kilometers an hour, 0 to 60 miles an hour. Super quick and super smooth. Wow, what about that? 4.5 seconds is the official figure. We have to, but it's just super relaxing. The suspension is evening out everything very, very well. The car stays level and the wheels are just moving underneath. 22-inch wheels mounted here. 23-inch would be with the summer tires on this vehicle, but we have winter tires here, so here then it's a little bit softer. Yeah, but this smoothness, silent noise insulation, and the suspension work, this is the most special thing about this vehicle, definitely. How it feels like as a passenger?
Very nice.
Yeah. Leah loves it.
I love it.
Yeah, she loves it, like cool, smooth experience. By the way, you can also set cruise control, so you have modern assistance systems. Set it here at the left side of the steering wheel. You can pick between the distance control and the assisted driving. And then, of course, also adjust the speed here with plus and minus. And then we are also, let's see, the active lane keeping assist. Here we are being kept in the lane. There we go. Also in a rather smooth process. It's actually very good. Here, of course, they profit from the BMW group, where they can just take over these systems and then adapt it to their vehicle. Here, look at that. Also slide bend, but it is very well done, and also once again fits this super smooth scheme of the vehicle. Usually when we do these accelerations, we put in a sport mode first. That is not happening here because there is no sport mode, and that is also intentional. You have the drive, you have the reverse, and the only thing you can actually do is here the B mode. That is for more recuperation. So here, when I lift my foot off the throttle, I have a stronger recuperation. It's also beautifully done how in these digital instruments I see these sparkling stars in the area where the actual arrow is. That is a beautiful detail. That's what I love about this vehicle, that it pays actually even more attention to details. That's really astonishing. Noise insulation wise, this is probably the pinnacle we've been driving so far. If you remember any other vehicle that was so silent at 1 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour? Wow, this is super impressive. So this playing together of insulation and suspension, that is really most awesome. You might think that being using the platform of the other Rolls-Royce. So this is not dedicated EV, which is of course for EV sense more or less a disadvantage. Then they also use group parts that are also being used in BMW EVs, like in the BMW 7 Series, but it's not the platform of the 7 Series actually, which you might expect at first. But then if you think about, hey, can I just pay half or even less than half the price and get the BMW 7 Series? What would be the difference there now? Well, from my understanding, what I can just feel now, yes, the noise insulation is even a step further, a little bit better, so it's a little bit more silent. Suspension-wise, it's a different philosophy. The 7 Series is a little bit more driver engaging, sportier from a suspension setup. This one here definitely more set the tone to comfort. And you really feel that it's not the 7 Series platform. These vehicles feel very different, I have to say. Maybe I didn't expect it at first when I first heard about they are doing this EV, but it does feel way different indeed. I can't really say it in the sense of, this is clearly better than the other, because both have pros and cons, definitely. As I said, this one here feels more, relaxed and comfortable, and so on in that way. Then the 7 Series has some sportier touch, I feel, from a driving, especially from the suspension. Seating-wise, however, we have to say the 7 Series is just so good, especially in the new Veganza material, like these, like the vegan leather seats, which also have this very plush Einsitzhöhe. They are better than these here, actually. So seating comfort-wise, the 7 Series is actually better. That is also astonishing. But here also, Rolls-Royce, as I said earlier, is only offering the animal skin material, which is by surface material, also stiffer in itself. So this is also something where, I said earlier as well, Rolls-Royce could even gain more comfort, comfort capabilities with being more open to modern technologies and not just, like they're going electric now. They're doing that, and no one would have thought it before, maybe. And obviously, it works. So also, if you are an existing Rolls-Royce customer and you ask yourself, an electric Rolls-Royce, does that really work? I mean, the founders themselves actually predicted that Rolls-Royce would be all-electric one day and that it would only be an advantage because it fits to the world of Rolls-Royce being so effortless and silent. And I can just stress that. Electric fits Rolls-Royce perfectly. Yes, you do not have the growling sound. That's the only thing you say you will not get with this one. But the general philosophy and how it drives and what it delivers for the customer, for the driver, and also for the passengers, this is actually a perfect match, I feel. Leah nods. I must have said something right, yes. And of course, you should tune in to other luxury EVs here right on Autocontrol.